Director of Programs at ConTextos, and I'm thrilled to be here with everyone today. Here we are in Earth School, June 23rd, 2023. These are transformational times. There are radical shifts happening around the world, internally and externally. And today we recognize our purpose, in purpose, on purpose. Each of us important and unique and needed in this world. Learning and teaching and growing, becoming more of who we are. Healing, shedding, sharing, and imagining the future we all need and want. We feed what we want to see grow. We are here today on purpose to celebrate and welcome a whole new cohort of authors deeper into the arms of ConTextos community. Welcome to the 9th Author Circle celebration. Today we honor the courage of human beings who have taken a deep, personal, archaeological dig. Human beings who have dared to be seen and heard, who have dared to question, to reflect, to share, to grieve, to exalt, to wonder, to mourn and recognize, to celebrate and grow. We write to understand what it is we're holding, what it is we're feeling, and what it is we need to release. And this journey is not for the faint of heart. This room is filled with the bravest hearts in Chicago. Please give a round of applause. The most important stories are the stories we tell ourselves. Stories that may no longer fit us, or maybe they never did. Stories that we have tucked away or buried, or stories that we haven't nourished in a long, long time. Sometimes stories were put on us and grew like ivy to cover the windows, obscuring the view of our truth. Today, we claim our own stories. Today is the final session of Author Circle. So for those of you who are joining us, we welcome you, and we ask you to be fully present in Author Circle mode. And that means being brave, being present, listening, learning, questioning, asking yourself questions. You will have an active role as well, because after authors share near the end, we're gonna ask for your feedback. And in Circle, every time we're together, we give each other feedback. Feedback might be a personal connection, or a question, or an inspiration, or a celebration. So as you listen, please be prepared to share as well. Today, the personal becomes public. The world gains 25 new volumes of wisdom in the International Library. Yes. And one question that we must keep forward, front and center is what I was trying to say, is a question we talked about in Circle really recently. And that question is, how are the children? How are the children? And how can we make sure that we are creating the world that our children deserve? All of our children of all ages. As human beings, we're walking trees. We're each of us carrying our childhood as well as our adulthood. So we are united today in purpose, on purpose, to hold space with each other, to celebrate each other, and to make sure that we are nurturing our own purpose as change makers, as human beings that are vital, needed, and loved. I want to thank the community that has nourished this journey, board members, funders, supporters, guests here today, our county team, Haley, Alex, Mr. E, Ron, Kaz, Soup, our COs, the ConTextos team, our beloved constellation, and most of all, ConTextos authors. Yes, applaud yourself. And every single loved one who is here in spirit with us. Many loved ones tomorrow at 2240 South Michigan will be able to watch this video and engage in a live Zoom Q&A with authors about the journey and the book and the program. Not everyone can come tomorrow, but everyone will receive the video and the books however authors determine. Geography does not define community. Love is what connects us. Love is what drives us. So today we celebrate this extraordinary journey, this powerful day that is not an end, but is in fact a beginning, as Circle 9 enters the alum fold. And without further ado, I want to just remind you that this space is not your destiny. The world desperately needs you, your truth, your love, your insights, your wisdom, and you'll be back where you belong. And thank God, you are loved and you are needed. Trust that on the dot, as we say, on the dot. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker, the author of A Call Now, A Text Then, the one and only, Mr. Dewan Hank Thomas.
Good morning, family.
Good morning.
My name is Dewan Thomas, and I am the ConTextos author.
Yeah.
I remember when I first walked into the program, church was like, with ConTextos? With ConTextos? With ConTextos? I was like, man, get out of my face with all that. I don't want to hear that. You're not about to program me. I'll be the first to say I've been bitten by the same ConTextos bug. I call home plenty of times, talked about what I did in group. I linked my family and friends with ConTextos and plan on being a 2240 visitor frequently. So I warn you, the ConTextos bug is real. I'm an artist. Before I was labeled a ConTextos author, I loved and was pretty good with drawing. I enjoy cartoons or anything that's bright in color or moving animation. So it's only fitting that I introduce my team of extraordinary gentlemen as DC and Marvel characters, X-Men or the Avengers. As a kid, I think the first comic book movie made into a big movie was Spider-Man. In the movie, there's a line that pops, as Lisa called a one-liner, a attention grabber, a bold printed moment. It says, with great power comes great responsibility. The culture shock superhero movie, The Black Panther, there's a scene where King T'Challa is about to be given the throne as king of Wakanda. He's going to be the king of the whole Wakanda. That ain't no position for just anybody. So the people must test him to see is he leading material? Is he strong enough? Is he trustworthy? Is he forgiving, protecting what needs to be done? Is he as mighty as a man as the ones before him? Can he fully fulfill his father, grandfather, uncles, cousins, comrades, and friends' shoes? So in the movie, they're in this secret location, camouflaged by water, rocks, bricks, metal, barbed wire, COs. All the tribes are there, and they introduce themselves. They say, I'm so-and-so tribe. They present their best warriors, who's a potential challenger, and says, no, we will not challenge today. Then the next tribe does the same thing. I'm so-and-so tribe, and we will not challenge today. So all these different tribes, peoples, outfits, languages, culture, weaponry, there's like so many different things about these people in their walks of life. Yet they're all in the same place, continent, country, block, hood, area, neighborhood, facility, establishment. I'm not Stan Lee, so I can't tell you all their backstories, but common sense, the power of harmony, understanding, or even peace tells me that in order for all these differences to be in harmony without chaos and clashing, at some point they all had to seek a diverse perspective, because you got to understand me, and I need to understand you for us to get along and see things in the same light. Worlds apart. Greetings are icebreakers. Acapella, Professor X's a mind reader and Wonder Woman's truth rope. Everyone in circle is sitting, conversing, tapping their hands, rapping, texting on social media. They're literally worlds apart. So greetings is a sneak peek into their heads. How else do you explain a 200+ pounder with a full beard twisting his dreadlocks, mean mug, and asks if he could be any cartoon character and why him saying Tweety Bird, SpongeBob, or Pinky in the Brain? It's literally the spark to energize the creative, the charge. Earth School, as we come to call it.
Yes.
It's like the school of Xavier for the gifted. Off of what movie, Quan? Correct. So many mutants, so many capabilities, so much untapped, unscratched potential, so many unknown powers at School of Xavier. In class, we were taught, not only do we have powers and a gift, but your gift may be compatible with my gift, or your powers can elevate my powers, or you inspire me to want to use mine in this way. or a simple, hey, we got the same powers. I'll never forget the day things first started to get really intense in class. It's when our agreement was about if we had superpowers, what would it be? And everyone said this or that, or laser eyes, or invisibility, or to tell the future, and blah, blah, blah. Then Miss Fritz, off the magic school bus, sorry, Lisa, you're not an Avenger.
Okay, that's okay.
Did and does what she does best. She zoomed in at that moment and gave us this heartfelt, emotional peace, love talk. Something along the lines that we already have superpowers. It's talents. And we have to activate our superpowers. We just got to expand our comfort zone, keep an open mind, or the easiest, hardest thing for a proud person, a stubborn superhero to do, just ask for help. The Avengers Endgame, we trying to defeat Thanos. Thanos is this big, scary, humongous, intimidating system of a dude. And Thanos got this glove on, and he got all these colorful, dangerous, cool jewels in them. They call obstacles. Hopelessness, hatred, defeat, addiction, and lifestyle. Lifestyle is the powerful jewel, if you ask me. And if he hits you with this glove, he gonna knock you down or knock you out. We all been hit with it. Jail, shot, homelessness, poverty, criminality, and it hurt. No one wants to be constantly punched in the face. So while we sit down thinking we avoiding the biggest fight of our lives, it's easy to bring fellow superheroes down with us. We be like, hey man, he hit extremely hard. You don't want to be hit with that. Come down here with me. And most of us foolishly obliged. That's in the form of what I believe programs called Gateway, when you don't even know you're on a slippery slope. But now it's a few superheroes down, they can bring more. The crazy thing is, they down, they forgetting they got superpowers. Somebody got to tell them, hey, we need your help. We trying to beat Thanos, we can't beat him without y'all. He's trying to snap his finger in all of us. We can't let that happen. So Captain America holler out, hey, Spider-Man, wrap him in your web. Hey, Black Panther, punch him. Iron Man, use one of them fancy gadgets. Thor, use your hammer. Doctor Strange, get inside his head. Hulk, smash. Somebody do something. But in this reality, I'm just gonna say, hey, Quan, talk some sense to him. J-Rock, let him know how you feel. Alex, let him know he ain't the only one who saw disfigure him in the mirror. Or old man Eddie, tell him destroying us ain't gonna make him feel no better. You seen that done and tried over and over again. It's insanity with the same results. Or Raul, just give us some turtle eggs. He might be hungry. We learned so much over the past 6 months, but the most important thing we learned is that ConTextos is bringing to light what humans have been doing for thousands of years, telling stories. Everyone has a story to tell. And these men were brave enough to tell theirs. They leaned in at times, stepped back at times, supported each other, kept an open mind, received feedback, truly was candid, and most of all, they was brave. Victor E. Frankl wrote, a person may remain brave, dignified, and unselfish, or in the bitter fight for self-preservation, he may forget his human dignity and become no more than an animal. Heroes that conceded, we done the former. But even one such example is sufficient proof that a man's inner strength may raise him above his outer fate. So it's not the costume that make us the hero, even though I don't think we getting down in the brown. It's not what's on us, it's what's in us. He also, quote, forces beyond our control can take away everything we possess except one thing, our freedom to choose how we will respond to the situation. You cannot control what happens to you in your life, but you can always control what you feel and do about what happens to you. So Jaquan, you are an author. So Gerard, you are an author. Alex, you are an author. Eddie, you are an author. Raul, you are an author. David, you are an author. Clarence, you are an author. Victor, you are an author. Richard, you are an author. Andre, you are an author. J. Ron, you are an author. I welcome you all to ConTextos. I am an author. I now bring to the podium Alex Villamil, the author of Calendar Tears.
Woo!
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm Alexander Villamil, and I am an author at ConTextos.
Yeah.
Here in ConTextos Circle 9, our group comes from different walks of life, different communities, ethnic backgrounds, and homes. But we ended up upon the same journey, the road to redemption. Together, we took an emotional dive where we utilized our author values, like being brave and candid, keeping an open mind to expand our comfort zones. We collaborated to seek diverse perspectives. We stopped to think, feel, and ask for help. We offered advice, shared, and offered feedback. We embraced our growth and our truths. With these values, we were able to release a lifetime of pent-up sadness, hopelessness, anger, and even shame. We had no outlet to express not only ourselves, but our group as a whole. This journey opened my eyes to realize my story, although in some ways different, in many ways, we took the same paths, felt the same pain, went through the same trials and tribulations. ConTextos gave us a way to let go of our burdens, a way to share our unique story or even give our explanation to those we feel we let down, hurt, or left behind. In our current situation, it is frowned upon to show emotion or let ourselves be open to change. Well, in this circle, I witnessed people who I once thought were hardened criminals open up and share their stories. I came to realize the stigma was wrong. I have witnessed kind-hearted, humble men admit to mistakes and open up. Showing vulnerability and sharing stories with each other from our childhood, past, or trauma, whether physical or emotional, that led us astray and formed bad ways or addictions. With these stories, we unconsciously fed each other knowledge and wisdom through bitter experience that helped us all grow. We are now ready to help each other. We are now ready to help others change the same ways we have, and together, along with the help from ConTextos Group, bring the change to the youths from all our different walks of life and communities. I have seen these men grow along with me, from weeds in the dirt to flourishing fruitful gardens, producing jewels of wisdom from our journeys. I witnessed Jaquan Reedy's journey in writing Defense. I witnessed Victor Flores in Scars of a Healing Man. I witnessed Andre Gonzalez in Life is a Trip. I witnessed Gerard Jean in What I Can't Control. I witnessed Jerron Hughes in The Irony. I witnessed Clarice Leachman in Learning to Grow. I witnessed Dewan Thomas in A Call Now, A Text Then. I witnessed all these authors, and I am proud to say we grew together. ConTextos gave us a chance for an internal restart. To build, you must first break down. This was our chance to do exactly that, a chance to empty our soul, the glass of our souls of evil and malice, and refill with virtue and integrity. In ConTextos, we found peace. I found a group of good shepherds that helped me find my way back from being lost and helped me find my outlet. I found my journal, my pen, and an author's mind. I think I speak for everyone involved by saying we are truly thankful for this experience. But before I go, I would like to ask everyone in attendance, do you have a story to tell? If so, I encourage you to visit our family at ConTextos to help you empty your soul. I promise it will be a life-changing experience. Thank you. Next, I want to bring to the podium Jaquan Reedy, author of Writing Defense.
All right. My name is Jaquan Reedy, and I'm a ConTextos author. I have humbly accepted speaking on the behalf of ConTextos Circle. So I have to make sure that everybody understands how brave and courageous everyone has been. Each session started off with a topic or reading from previous circles. Topics and readings were to help us reach deep into our minds and life experiences. Some experiences good, some experiences bad. But every story, we found ourselves in that moment with each other. We felt, saw, and went through each other's story. J-Rock's piece was coming from the perspective of him calling out for his dad, wanted that closure, that as black men we can't express. Hank gave testimony about how he has kids that he loves dearly, but had so many broken relationships with family and friends and personal demons that kept him from being the father that he always wanted to be. Andy's story is the circle's best example of bravery. For him to dig deep into a horrible past about what he went through with his mother was emotional. We not only share that pain with him, we now help him carry that burden so it doesn't be too heavy throughout his life. Each session, you can feel the bonds get stronger, the stories get deeper. Some guys found out through writing the truths about themselves that only came from the circle. I'm most proud that we all got the chance to be in full control of our own narratives. For too long, we let the media, state's attorney, people of our own communities write our stories for us. Our memoirs give us that power back. They say the lotus flower is considered one of the most beautiful flowers in the world, and not only because of how it looks, but because this flower can only grow in muddy, dark, and damp places. But once it comes out of the darkness, it is beautiful again. James chapter 1, verse 4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Our memoirs may have been written out of hard circumstances, but the lessons and messages behind them is what matters. I'm thankful that I made it to a point in my life where I can zoom out and look at where I've started, where I am now, and where I am headed. Most importantly, I dictate my own story. I am an author. I want to bring another great artist, Gerard Jean, and the author of his book, the title of his book is What I Can't Control.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Gerard Jean, and I'm an author here at ConTextos, Ninth Circle.
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm a man who isn't afraid to cry and create a domino effect. When we shared our stories, it was therapy for the soul. Every single one of us taking an emotional risk, painting vivid pictures of some tragic or life-changing events. ConTextos being our voice, giving us the opportunity to change our image that the media and system created. When I first walked to Earth School, I was like, man, I'm not trying to talk to you. Y'all don't really care. But Lisa, with her welcoming spirit and mother-like skills, blessed peace and love, made me open up to her without having to ask me again. When I cried, they cried. When I hurt, they hurt. We became a family. I was blessed to have the opportunity to connect with both circles, so I salute all of you for being candid and brave and sharing a glimpse of your stories, because it was only so deep we could go. Here at ConTextos, we're not just dating, we're married. We're locked in for life, and we will be heard and felt by many. They said it's a lot of powerful, important people in the crowd this afternoon, but I feel like I've been around the most important, powerful people all along. This is our perspectives, our point of views, our narratives, our stories, our memoirs, and we control what happens in our house. Thank you all for coming out to the 9th Author Circle Publishing event. I hope you all enjoy our stories, but if you don't, we don't care, because our lives are real. Because our lives are real and uncut. We're giving it to y'all raw and on the dot. Peace and love to all in attendance via stream. I am what I am, you are what you are. What I'm not, I'll never be. So who are you? Now I want to bring Lisa the winner,
All right.
Kinnear, back to the podium.
Bless you. Hey! Okay, this is a magic moment, you all. In some ceremonies, a ring is provided. Today, authors will hold the physical book in their hand. And we're going to have some paparazzi photos. Come on up. Our first book, I'm putting it for you, is written by an extraordinary man who you've heard from already, the author of Calendar Tears, Mr. Alex Littleman. This author opened like a window in the sunshine beloved author of Break the Cycle, also known as Life is a Trip, beloved Andre Gonzalez. Some know him as Cuz or the Preacher. We know him as the author of Learning to Grow, Mr. Clarence H. Trevor and Miss Sparks worked together for years, y'all. This is history right here. We can wrap this up. The West Side celebrates the Godfather of wisdom, the encouraging spirit who tells us to lean into the ears of young people and not give up. The author of Behind the Scenes, Mr. Eddie Williams. The author of The Longest Bid, Edward Gonzalez Velasquez. We know him as Elmo. The author of A Call Now, A Text Then, DeJuan Hank Thomas. The author of What I Can't Control, beloved godson Gerard Jean. This is Granny's grandson. Spanky, you will know. This is Granny's grandson. Some know him as Culture Quan, the author of Riding the Fence, Jaquan Reedy. Eddie, you were there rooting him along the entire way. The author of The Irony, Jerron Hughes, J. Will. The author, the smooth Scorpio in the corner, handling business, supporting at all times. The author of Resilience, Rich Chavez. And last but not least, here today from our morning circle, the author of Scars of a Healing Man, Victor Flores. And we want to honor the extraordinary work of our beloved Andy, the author of Broken Promises from the Streets. And Andy, we took a group photo. Jerron inspired us to do a group photo to celebrate your accomplishment. Although you can't be with us in this moment, we love you. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium our next author, the author of The Try, beloved Josh. Come on, Josh Johnson.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning. How y'all feeling today?
Blessed.
Amen. I'm Josh, and I'm a ConTextos author. Becoming an author has been an astonishing journey for me and my fellow brothers here at ConTextos. And our author values played a huge part in our transformation. We have a total of 13 author values, and the first one on our list is be brave, be candid, keep an open mind, expand your comfort zone, collaborate, seek diverse perspectives, stop, think, feel, ask for help, offer support, share and receive feedback, embrace your growth, embrace your truth, and our last one is to step forward and lean back. The author value that I found to be the most effective was number 4, expanding your comfort zone. Brothers and sisters, most people in here come from systematic failures, traumatized, cursed generation, and poverty. And to see our brothers step out of their comfort zone was truly amazing. Now let's talk about a memoir. A memoir is a real story by and about the author that reflects their perspective on a specific event. And at first, I didn't want to write a story. and I definitely did not think about becoming an author. I was ignorant to the fact that I could actually help brothers and sisters not only heal from a traumatic experience or anything happening in their life, but not only help give them knowledge, but help them heal from any traumatic event that happened in their life. I thank God for sending Lisa, Slim, Brother Johnny Page to motivate us and help encourage us to help us be heard and tell our stories. I would also like to thank the camera specialist, Dimitri, our creative director, Naima, and the rest of the ConTextos administration. But we can't forget about the angel who put this celebration together, Callie, and it's with the K, everyone. Everyone in our ConTextos class are truly amazing authors. But the first author I want to shout out is Mr. Darnell Ball. He has an amazing story on how he is devoted to helping youth achieve success. The name of his book is called Streets to Manhood. Another author I want to shout out is Mr. Brandon Valentine. And his incredibly entertaining story with a deep message on how wealth can have a negative effect not only on him but loved ones. The name of his book is called Hood Rich, Ballin', Heartbroken, Mother Effer. Another author I want to shout out is Mr. Kevin Sabbs. His story is about how his life mirrors his father's life, and his devotion is to helping the youth and teaching them self-love along the way. The name of his book is called Father's Image. Another author I would like to shout out is Joshua Farrell Smith. He is a devoted father, and his story is about how his father affected his life and his upbringing in the land of poverty. The name of his book is called Sins of a Father. My last author I want to shout out is Kenneth Alubade, a.k.a. or y'all can call him Bashur.
That's right.
His book is about life and how it can be compared to chess as a strategy to success. The name of his book is called Son of a Gun with the Heart of a Bullet. ConTextos helped me grow a lot. Becoming an author opened a door to another world I never imagined. Getting to help people is a passion of mine, and I get to help them in a totally another way. I grew up without my mother and father in my life, so this is why I am devoted to ending this generational trauma/curse. When you have brothers and sisters growing up without their father in their lives. We need more kings in the household, and for the most part, all we see is queens. Self-love played a huge part of my human journey, but I can't forget about the man upstairs. I thank him for transforming my life, and brothers and sisters, with God, all things are possible. Now I want to bring to the podium Brother David Johnson, the author of Reborn.
Good morning. How's y'all hearts? Y'all heart good?
Yes,
How y'all
yes, yes.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. My name is David Johnson. I'm a Circle 9 ConTextos author. ConTextos has provided a healing, heartfelt, outgrowth writing experience that gave me the courage to dig deep into my past, to understand the person I was and embrace the person I am now. Being able to take my life's infamous battles and create a voice for the unspeakable encounters gave me the courage, Being able to take my life's infamous battles and create a voice for the unspeakable encounters I've undertaken was brave. It was an outlet for the emotional and mental poison I had built up since the age of 12. Artists' values such as be brave, stop, think, and feel, embrace truth and growth, and seek diverse perspectives kept me writing from the heart. Hearing artists in section where all the fun and encouragement happens start by greeting themselves, followed by an honest feeling inside their hearts, sharing good and bad chapters, building a connection, bonding, being understanding, and bringing good energy and love into groups, expanding my comfort zone to write, knowing that I won't be judged but understood. Also, reading pieces from different authors outside the group every day gave me pointers and made me eager to tell my story. I would like to give shout outs to Pharaoh, author of Sins of a Father. I could never tell where his influence ends. Big B with 2 E's, 90th, the author of Hood Rich Ballin', Heartbroken, MF. He told me money talk, BS walk. Big Glow, the author of Read What You Sow, delivering a message. Don't blame others for your mistakes. Always take responsibility for your actions. And Kevin Saab, the author of Father's Image, who challenged me daily and keep me building. I am the author of the book titled Reborn. Every word and every sentence on every page is who I was and who I am now. From the day I lost my brother to being separated from my family, living uncomfortable, having found my way home, standing in front of a judge that could give me life and won't budge, having to raise myself because I trusted no one else, losing more people, falling deep into bad habits, and then crashing out. But it's about my recovery. It's about how I picked myself up and corrected myself, and how I fought for me when no one else did. It's a taste of my life journey from 12 to 21, so that will be understood for all of those who misunderstood. I came a long way. My heart, my soul, and my mind is all focused on me. I developed an aggressive drive for success, and I've been making progress, advancing, planning on coming out on top. Life can be hard, life can be unfair, and life can be challenging. But it's the cold stages in life that make you strong. Teaches you how to overcome and build. It teaches you if you fall, no matter how hard or how deep, you can get back up and push further. Every run gets longer and better. Thank you. Now I would like to bring to the podium Joshua Farrell Smith, the author of Sins of a Father.
I'm not even for the lot of y'all. After hearing a lot of these opening speeches, it's gonna be hard to follow that. I'm just gonna talk from my heart right now, because mine is short, so I just want to take a minute to make a correction. All of us is published ConTextos authors. Real short, this journey has been amazing. I want to thank the brothers that have helped us make it through here, the previous ConTextos authors that have been helping us and teaching us the way. I want to thank the staff for putting this program together, the ones that's on the front end and the ones that's in the background that we don't know about. I had a conversation with my daughter telling her about this class, and she was more excited than I was doing this. But she asked me a question that kind of bothered me. She asked me why we don't have this in our high schools. And when you think about that and a lot of what we went through, if we would have had this back in high school and grammar school, we would have been able to talk our feelings out and let people know what's going on instead of bottle them up and fight with each other and joining other things we ain't had no business joining. This is a strong, strong program. I think the generational gaps that we have with this program, if it enters schools and enter community centers, that it will fix that generational gap. It'll fix the young teens that's having these problems that don't know how to speak their minds. This is a voice. These lovely people has given us a voice that we didn't have before. I'd just like to give a round of applause for this class.
I'd like to thank Ms. Haley, Mr. E, everybody for bringing this program to this jail. Without that, man, our voices wouldn't be heard. We got a lot of classes that we're able to actually speak, but right now with these books, our voices is heard, our stories is told. A lot of people look at us as just numbers. When they read these books, they're gonna see that we actually suffer from a lot of things that's going on out there. So I appreciate and I love this class for being able to let us do that. Thank y'all one more time. So, I'm gonna get on with my speech. And it's hard to follow y'all, man. So, I rewrote mine, y'all. So, all right, chapter 1, book 1. In 1979, no, I'm just playing. My name is Joshua Farrow Smith, and I am a published ConTextos author. And because of ConTextos and its staff, I was able to do something I was never able to do before, and that's open up and share my pain and be vulnerable in front of a group of people that I am strangers to. See, in ConTextos, we have a list of tools that help us in our class called author values. Everybody mentioned the author values. These values are able to put our thoughts, goals, and regrets on paper, as well as utilize and help our strengths and our weaknesses. The values that stuck out to me is be brave, be candid, have an open mind, embrace our truth. Embrace your growth. Utilize these values, will be able to write a memoir in this ConTextos class. The word memoir itself has many definitions, but for us it's a little different. For us in ConTextos, a memoir is a memory that sticks out to us, that has an impact on our lives at some point, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. And because of the bravery of many people in this ConTextos class, like David Johnson, wrote a memoir called Reborn. And in this class, I've seen a lot of growth in a lot of people. And that young man right now has a lot of growth and a story to tell, a very strong story to tell. Another author is Wayne Johnson. He wrote a book called A Trip Worth Taking. Also a book that stood out was Joshua Johnson. His book is called The Tribe. And last but not least, Kevin Sabbs. I'm gonna be honest, Kevin's book is strong, is a very strong message. My book talks about a lot of dealings with fathers, the lack of love and time. And reading Kevin Sabbs' book, and then writing mine, to my son, with Gerard Jean, with his book, it's like I have a message from my son through him. My son hasn't read my book yet, but when he do, I'm waiting on his response. But thanks to Gerard, I was able to get an eye of how it feels to be without a father, and that helped me a lot. I just want to thank both of y'all for y'all books. Kevin Sabbs wrote a book called Father's Image. It has helped me be brave enough and candid in my memoir I wrote called Sins of a Father. ConTextos staff has made this writing process very easy, amazingly easy, and because of that I was able to relieve some stress and pain and being able to learn how to talk about my feelings and what caused my pain and ways to let it go. My favorite part of the class is the greeting at the beginning of the class. The intro itself, it says how we feeling that day and answer a subject question for that day. For example, if all of y'all was able to speak to someone that's no longer here, who would it be and why? I bet at least a half of y'all right now is thinking about who that would be, and whatever y'all answer would probably be a great memoir. Another part of the process of the class is the question sessions. These are questions that the teachers, like I like to call them, Miss Lisa, Miss Slim, and Johnny Page, and J-Rock and them asked in class that will open our hearts and minds that would allow us to be vulnerable in class in a setting where we're not judged and we can get positive feedback from others. In itself allows us to talk freely or even have a positive shoulder to cry on, because even grown men need a shoulder to cry on sometimes. ConTextos has helped me to understand the parts of my life, past, present, and future relationships that I have damaged and I need to repair. My memoir is called Sins of a Father because it explains how much influence a father has on a child's upbringing and how a father's lack of time, lack of love can cause generational effects in a bad way. I have made many mistakes in my kids' lives, and because of my dad and the fact that he wasn't around, it caused a domino effect. Thanks to ConTextos, I have changed my way of thinking about parts of my life. I can speak in front of a large group of people now, and trust me, months ago, y'all couldn't get me up here to talk to y'all. I have learned to embrace my truth and my growth, and now I realize it's not too late to fix my wrongs and correct my wrongs. I was never the apologetic type of person, or admit that I was wrong, or even say those words, "I'm sorry." So as a man with much growth, I'm going to end this with this. To my real family, whether it's by blood or time, to my real friends, and especially my son, my daughters, and my grandsons, I'm sorry. Thank you. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up Brother Bishor Olumide.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
To all the sons of earth radiating in these walls today. I want to reciprocate all the high vibrations with more high vibrations of life, love, and truth. When I think of the word ConTextos, I think of my fellow detainees, my peers, my brothers, my avengers. Ones who are like me, blessed with a space to put our lives in context. A space where we can contextualize memories, memories that bled on paper. My name is Bashir, and I am a son of a gun with the heart of a bullet. With this memoir, I just wanted to pull back the curtain. The city of Chicago has had a truculent start to a new millennium, and a lot of people want easy answers for hard questions. If I had to answer for my city with one word, it would be redemption. It would be Daoud, Lil Dave, Super Dave, Arthur David Johnson's memoir, Reborn, a rebirth I witnessed in real time. No, I wasn't with him every step of the way. Typical foster care, abusive mental hospitals, sudden losses, walking that long, lonesome journey of sorrow, uncertainty, and confusion. Maybe this is one of the reasons David often chooses the past. As a young man still striving to figure out what's past, may Allah change you through David, only if you ask, which is sometimes a task. One task I want to salute is Darnell Ball's memoir, From Streets to Manhood. Because the streets are no place for a man, or anyone for that matter. We are not asphalt, stop signs, and traffic lights. We are sons, brothers, and fathers. Mr. Ball's rules and regulations may usher the youth into better thoughts, words, behaviors, habits, values, and therein destiny. Climaxing with the question posed by his uncle at a barbershop. Darnell needed that old school sit down, the kind of qualities that ooze out of Ward Tate's memoir, My Life Story, a bestseller. The special thing about this man is that he doesn't want to sell you anything. Tate would rather lend you or give you the same fabric that holds him together. Steadfastness that may water his cellmate Anthony Wallace, whose memoir, Roots to G-Fly, is a prime example why one should vent to let go. Big B relates heartbreak in his memoir, and his cellmate, Joshua Johnson, provides readers of his book to try remedies for that brokenness. If I only had enough time to take you along everyone's trip like Wayne Johnson's and sufficiently expand upon our whole group. As for Kevin Sabbs, he is the golden thread of the B Cipher. For reasons some of you in this room may never know, I just want Kevo to understand through his walk of faith, he has redeemed himself and his pops. Which brings us back to that one word, redemption, embodied by Pharaoh's memoir, Sins of a Father. A powerful piece that speaks deeply into the African American diaspora. To be alive and present in his son's life, relieved he could turn that page, confident he will write new and improved chapters. Pharaoh's story connected the entire circle through an author the same age as Pharaoh's son in Group A, who reckoned with his own statement, what I can't control. Circle 9, the mysterious number 9, a number that symbolizes the end, which spiritually represents a new beginning. For the incomparable, culture-shifting organization, ConTextos, this is a new phase in more ways than one. For me, it would be sacrilegious to envision a world contextless. In closing, big ups. Gigantic, enormous, colossal ups for every star who participated with vulnerability, candidness, and focus. Illustrating your story with old magazine rip-outs is not as smooth as it looks. I explained to Lisa how I felt that this part of the process was a lesson in Earth School. I realized when you look hard enough or soft enough, you will see that the universe has seeded everything you need. And I refuse to stand up here at this podium and not mention the backbone of One Love's programming, Ms. Haley. Give it up for Miss Haley. Okay. Now cry. And another huge thanks and tight bear hug goes out to all the staff members who contributed with leadership, brilliance, and respectfulness. I remember when we had a FaceTime with Spanky during class where he proclaimed that good facilities and good structure is insufficient without good relationships. Gratitude to all who made time to come out and support. Thank you, and thanks again for peering into these walking texts. We find our superpowers, ones who do not request permission, was to ask for forgiveness. Lisa.
Yes. We celebrate the author of Roots to G-Fly, Anthony Wallace, some call him Ghost. He just graced the stage. The author of A Son of a Gun with the Heart of a Bullet, Bashir. Author of Hood Rich Ballin', Heartbroken, and the author of Streets to Manhood, Mr. Darnell Ball. This man, the author of Reborn, Mr. David Johnson. Next week, the leadership of CPS will be receiving David's memoir, you all. The author of Reap What You Sow, Devion, also known as Flo. The author of The Tribe, A Plan for Healing, Joshua Johnson. Yes, congratulations. We bring to the stage the son of Miss Marquita, the author of Father's Image. The author of Sins of a Father, Pharaoh. The author of My Story, a bestseller. We say so, Warren Tate. And last but not least, from our Circle 9, the author of A Trip Worth Taking, Wayne Patrick Johnson. Circle 9, would you please stand wherever you are? All right. Let's give it up to these world published authors. And now, as published authors, you are joining the vibrant community. The shoulders that you've stood on before, you now stand next to with the other ConTextos alum authors. It's my privilege and joy to invite Ms. Slim to the podium to celebrate.
My name is Slim, and I'm proud to stand before you as the facilitator for the Alum Circle. There are probably hundreds and thousands of writers in this country. Right now, as we stand here, there's somebody someplace that's putting a pen to paper or putting their fingers on the keyboard. But what makes a writer, turns a writer into the author, is publication. And so it is my privilege to work with 17 such authors every week in the two alum circles. I also want to take just a second to again congratulate Circle 9 and welcome you into the family. One of the things that's true about ConTextos, I'm going to quote Lisa here, we're sort of like morning breath. Yeah, you're probably wondering what I mean by that. And what I mean by that is, and what I mean by that is we're always there, and it's really hard to get rid of us. We're also sort of like the mafia. Once you're in the family, you're in the family. So welcome you to the family of ConTextos. One of the things that happens in Author Circle is a micro-community is created. And that micro-community is able to continue and flourish because of ConTextos Alum Circle. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you all the things that the Alum Circle does because I don't want to steal the thunder of the two alum speakers that are about to come up. But I do want to mention the Salon series because that's what the book, the compilation, that's what the compilation comes from. The Salon series brings together members of the outside community into this space, actually, in shared community and conversation. And what the compilation is literally the reflections of the men on that experience. The book is called Salon Series, A Gathering of Men, and it's called that because that's precisely what happens when you get into the alum. It's a gathering of men communing in community, and I am just grateful to be some very small part of that. So without further ado, I'm going to call to the podium the first alum speaker, Julio Rubio Gonzalez.
All right, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. All right, well, I'll say hello. Hello, thank y'all for being here. I'm Julio. I'm a ConTextos alumni author. I've been a part of ConTextos for over 2 years now, and I've learned to really love our family we got here. I would love to congratulate Circle 9 for becoming public authors. I know it must have been a hell of a process for some of y'all, mentally and emotionally, but I'm happy for y'all. Y'all did it. Yeah. All right, so piggybacking off what Slim said with Salon, that's what Salon is, really sessions we have with people on the outside who come in and talk to us in this room for 2 hours. And we've had some amazing people come in, including Lisa Daniels, Nicole Muhammad, Orlando Mayorga, Yaakov Delaney, Lawrence Bartley, and we are very thankful, very grateful, and very blessed to have shared our experiences with these wonderful human beings. Now, with our Zealous Circle, we've been working with some more amazing human beings. Oh, bless you. We've been working on a very big project. We are currently working on a community defense center in the Roseland neighborhood. And we are hoping that this defense center will open in January of 2024. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering, what will this community center provide? And we got a little flyer. We got the flyer right here. Here, I'll pass it to y'all so y'all can look at it. But the services it provides right here: legal defense representation at the beginning of being arrested, so when you first get arrested, legal education, mental health support, linking art defense and restorative justice, and case management. Yeah, and we really can't wait for this to come into fruition starting next year. But we need y'all to spread the word. We need y'all support. And I do want to shout out, before I close out, I want to shout out some people that left. They either left to IDOC or they had to move off the deck, and that's Mr. Justin Payne, Mr. Leroy Lewis, Mr. Jesus Chuy Garcia, Devon Charlton, Leonard Johnson, and Mr. Emmanuel Garcia. All right, and I like. You said who?
Son went home.
Oh yeah, someone home. Someone that went home. And I'd like to say thank you again. We appreciate y'all for coming out. So our family members some love one more time. And then inshallah, we will all be free very, very soon. Yeah. God is great. Now I'd like to bring our final speaker, the author of the memoir Zoo, Mr. Owen Stephanie.
As Lisa mentioned earlier, we have a brief message for the children. Some of you guys may be familiar, it's a little bit old, we have to blow the dust up off of it, but this is our message.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Children, hold on to your dream. Believe in love. Love will not shine away. Love will shine on you one day. This whole world is very cold. It favors not the young or old. Life is hard and so unfair. Let you believe that someone who cares, someone who's there, rain or shine, sharing your dreams, your heart and your mind. Hold on to your dream. Believe in love, that love is the light, just shine the way. And love will shine on you one day.
People often say, I appreciate you, but have a hard time showing that affection. See, there's a saying that says, give them their flowers. The meaning of that is simply this: showing those that you love, those that mean anything to you, your appreciation while they're in the here and now. Because it's too late when they're in the by and by. And I sense there's a lot of love in this room right now. Amen. And so I want to magnify that love by giving away some flowers. To all the graduates, you did it. This is your moment. And from this day forward, when anyone asks you who you are, you can proudly give them your name and add this detail to your credentials. And I am an author. To the ConTextos alum authors, give them their flowers. To the ConTextos staff, Johnny Page, Lisa Kenner, Dr. Moore, Dimitri, to the guests, we welcome you. The overseers, we appreciate you. Give them their flowers. To the families and friends that will watch this video at tomorrow's event or in future times, give them their flowers. And while you're at it, clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. And this is the reason why. I want everyone to get this. This is the reason why you're clapping for yourselves. Because everyone in this room is a success. I said everyone in this room is a success on their way to greater success. Give yourselves some flowers. Good morning, everyone. My name is Owen, and I'm a ConTextos alum member. Thank you. Let me tell you a few things about ConTextos. ConTextos is a dedicated workhorse for positive change and hope within and beyond the barriers of confinement, be it physical walls and gates or mental, often emotional shackles and chains, is ConTextos defined. For those of you who don't know, listen without prejudice and speak without judgment is the motto they live by. Their transparency, the transparency of ConTextos' genuineness and passion is rooted in one primary factor. And it would be a grave discredit to speak on without mentioning that factor. That factor so evident of Johnny, Lisa, Dr. Moore, Dimitri, Callie, and the many others of the ConTextos staff and family is the same exact thing we share in this room today. And that's the exaltation of love. It is without question, when the exaltation is love, one's more apt to contribute and be a part of what's going on. And that brings us to our authors. ConTextos and its authors. We're a close-knit family of game changers. We work hard and diligently. And our track record is simply this. We have a history of making history and creating first. As many of you may be aware, last year we created history. We made history by partnering with Zealous to create a training led by and developed for public defenders. The continuation of that is the Public Defender Community Center, spoken of moments ago by Mr. Gonzalez. To add to that, for the first time ever in ConTextos Circle, authors are in the process of completing their own personalized bedtime storybooks for children. On top of which, 2 ConTextos anthologies will be available soon. Give it up for ConTextos and its authors. Now, before I sit down, there's one more bunch of flowers to give away. Can we give these flowers away? Yes, we can. Can we give them away? Yes, we can. Okay, this is how I want to do it. This is how I want to do it. On the count of 3, I want to give these flowers away, okay? 1, 2, 3. Thank you all for coming. Be blessed and enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Now, it is my great honor to reintroduce to you a member of the ConTextos family and author of Snapshots. Let's hear it again for Dr. Moore.
I'd like to call down to the podium A. Will. I'd like to call to the stage D'Angelo, author of Day Angel.
We see D'Angelo's sister at 2240, the brilliant artist. This is her big brother.
I'd like to call to the stage Francisco Oeda, author of My Queen. I'd like to call down George Buckley III, author of The Rebirth. I'd like to call down Gilberto Sanchez, author of I'd like to call down Jeffrey Megan, author of I'd like to call down Jose De La Torre, author of Love of the Self and the New Year. I'd like to call down Julio Rubio Gonzalez. I'd like to call down Luis Florian, author of La Camisa. I'd like to call down Martin Lomelli, author of The Change in My Life. Call down Mason Maggio. I'd like to call back up Owen Stephanie, author of Zoo. I'd like to call down Perry Jackson, author of Looking clean. And I'd like to call out those who couldn't be here today. Leroy Lewis, author of Passion. Avion King, author of Little Black Boy. Leonard Johnson, author of Time Heals All Pain, Not Really. Justin Payne, author of Don't Forget to Remember. Jesus Martinez, author of The Journey of My Life.
And the author of Tanks, Don Johnson. And Emmanuel Garcia, whose title, Johnny, is eluding me, is chess. It's eluding me. But you know what? I'm gonna ask him tomorrow when he comes to the office.
And I just want to ask for the alum authors to rise, which is everybody in the stands. Everyone to go.
Okay. In circle fashion, we are now opening up the floor for feedback. And we're asking anyone in the room who would like to share something that's on your heart. If you want to share a personal connection or a question or inspiration, this is a gentle space and we invite your feedback because feedback is such love.
You guys, right
and we ask you to stand up when you speak. And
okay.
No, this is a brave space for holding you.
First, I just want to say congratulations to all of the authors and graduates.
Thank you.
This was absolutely amazing. I want to say thank you for allowing us to be here and share this with you. I want to applaud your bravery, especially those of you up at the podium. I hate public speaking with every fiber in my being, and I'm just so impressed with how natural and comfortable you all are up there. One of the things I appreciated most was how much recognition I heard for each other in the work, and I think that's really powerful. And the question I want to ask is, what is the meaning of on the dot, and why does it make you guys so happy?
Well, on the dot comes from Miss Ricks. She wanted to know, like, she see guys with face tattoos, you know what that means. And we kind of scoot on what it means, and we like really means like, you put on the dot and you put on that, it means I ain't lying. So this is I ain't lying.
How y'all doing, everybody? My name's Trill. I just want to congratulate all y'all, man, on becoming published authors and welcome y'all to the family. But I just want to make a personal reflection and connection. Shout out to, in true circle fashion, shout out to the level of supreme brotherhood and camaraderie that y'all share with each other. That's something to not be looked at lightly, because despite our circumstances, we all need that. And I too was a part of ConTextos Author Circle. I know the power of it, the value of it, and just how therapeutic it is. So I just want to shout y'all out again, bro. Keep writing. Stay focused, keep God first, bro, and never underestimate the power of y'all story.
I just want to say briefly, my name is Alex, for those of you I haven't met. Y'all are incredible. You're like really, really amazing. You're the favorite, like the best part of my job. So thank you for letting us be in this space. I hope the folks that I haven't met yet, that I get a chance to meet. Y'all are changing the way we move at the public defender's office. It is a big deal. Y'all are the heart and center of the defense centers, and so it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to work with y'all.
I would like to put Johnny Page on the spot. He put us on the spot for a minute. You know, you gotta say something.
He's gonna say something. He's on the program.
I'm waiting.
I just want to say something because I got it. Come on.
Congratulations to you. Continue writing. You should be so I'm proud of you. Continue writing. After this book, I can't wait to hear about the next book that you're gonna write. Believe in yourself, listen to God, encourage yourself, and encourage each other. You can do anything that you want to do. That was one of my babies. He went through the same. He's an author as well. And then you know Monte. And just keep believing in yourself and believe that you could write another book and another one after that. And I'm proud of you. I just want to say that. I gotta go, but
I'm not a published author yet, but I came out and support all my brothers.
Absolutely.
Especially Buggy, y'all just ride me every day to keep going. Pharaoh, Marcelli, Lil Dave, y'all, J. Will, One, especially Eddie. I'm looking forward to being a speaker and writing a book, the money. Every day, man. Thanks for coming to talk to me every day. I really congratulate all y'all. I love y'all. Even though I've been here with y'all for 4 months, I feel like I'm a family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to say congratulations to all y'all putting out, man. And y'all, I ain't like y'all did that. Y'all gave us a go. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna know y'all was gonna be that ready. Y'all was ready though, like the guest said. That was real said from all y'all. And what I'm learning during this journey, bro, is it's okay to be different. And it's okay to express how you feel, man. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to express how you feel. And you never know who your story will impact. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to y'all, man. Keep going. You know my motto. Keep it going till they open these doors. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Tyrese. I'm the program manager for Envisioning Justice at Illinois Humanities, and we've been supporters of this program for for many years, so it's a pleasure to be able to like experience all of this in person. So congratulations and thank you. I'm filled with nothing but honestly immense gratitude for being able to experience the love, the joy, the kinship that's in this space. So thank you so much. And I also couldn't help but to think of, so like my stepfather was in and out of jails and prisons my entire life. And I couldn't help at, as I was listening to you all speak, especially you, Pharaoh, think about how healing something like this could have been for him, but also to our relationship as a result. Unfortunately, he didn't have me, but I'm so happy that each and every one of you have been able to have this experience. So thank you.
I just wanted to say, we all came in as strangers, we didn't know one each other, or we all came from different walks of life. But, I like to say I love the camaraderie that we've all shared with each other, and we've become a family little by little, and slowly, but for sure, we've been a family, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. Yeah.
First and foremost, I want to thank ConTextos for this opportunity for us to be able to come together and gather and give a voice to the voiceless. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. One of my 6-word memoirs is standing tall. It's not standing alone. So I want to ask everybody to stand tall. We learned to face our pain and face our struggles. When we thought we was by ourselves, we looked around and looked where we at. We're not by ourselves.
I ain't gonna lie, the whole 16 months that we've been here, this is my happiest moment right here, y'all. I'm getting everybody nervous. that ain't new. And I want to thank J-Rock, you got her. Yeah. He helped me in the beginning. At least we just finished it.
Yes.
I want to give thanks to Miss Lisa, Slam, Miss Haley, because I was on the second floor. I couldn't even get down here, and I caught Miss Haley, and she pulled me into the program. This didn't happen by mistake, but God was here. I needed it. I didn't go to high school, I didn't go to school, I had to go to work. So, I'm grateful for you.
I got something I want to say. When I first got asked to come to the program today, I was honestly thinking, I had to do this for a good time. I wasn't thinking that we were going to build this connection right here, that build with all these brothers here. This program, I got to say, is the best thing that happened to me since I've been incarcerated. This program, these people, you guys are great. You guys came to this program, you guys judge us, you guys opened up to us, we opened up to you. That's a hard thing for us to do, being the situations that we're all in. We need more people like you guys. We need more programs, because the way this program helped us, it helped a lot.
I've been knowing a lot of these guys for a couple of years, and I can truly say this has helped them because they were bouncing off the walls with nothing really to do. But I could see the strength and the growth and camaraderie that they built Because at first they would have been odds. All of them would have been odds. They would have been at each other's necks, but now they are true kin. And I appreciate what y'all done for me.
But appreciate all y'all. Y'all man. I'm ready to go out the movies I gotta inspire all y'all. Good bro, J-Rock, Gerard G, got one of the most powerful books. I mean, I'm not like, I got a 20-year-old, he's 21, so him saying, Dad, I know the street is calling me, so I'm out of hit. Changed my whole book because of what he expound. Jaquan, the Nutmeg Mom and all that, dope. Raul, that's the turtle egg guy. Y'all got to read his book. Y'all did the turtle egg, it was so funny, but Alex, I did a lot of time in jail. I ain't trying to do no more. But I cried to counting tears too. I've been there. Faced all type of times. I've been there. I don't know about choke up. Hey, I'm book free. I'm from ISSUU.com/shop project. I need all my people free. Yeah! Say, man, we did that.
Yes, indeed.
We all did that. That's me. That's me.
I'd like to thank Ms. Lisa and Ms. Hazy for giving me this program and the tools that help me build myself. I want to thank Pharaoh for keeping me strong during this process, building, helping me with my illustration. Cabo for keeping my mind in the right place. Corn, making me laugh every day. J. Will, Marcelli, them my brothers. And one more thing,
Just for a little point of view for me, this course, whether people on the outside know it or not, it's going to change a lot of lives. I didn't have a way to communicate my feelings to my son. My son is recently incarcerated in East Moline. When I caught this case a couple of weeks later, he called his case. So the sins of a father is real. We got to get these kids and get them their love and their time. That's all they need. Really is love and time. So I'm trying to get them money and send them away. They need somebody to listen to. They need somebody to nourish them, encourage them. We here now, and since this program has given us an open eye to what we lacking in, now we know what we need to do. Now we can get on that phone and tell other people what to do. Ain't no excuses now. Our eyes open, our books telling it all. Everybody reading our mistakes. They can learn from our mistakes. We have a voice now. Because of this program, I wrote my son a letter. My letter is in my book. I wasn't able to do that before this. I didn't know how to express myself. During this process, like I said, Lil Dave, his story is incredible. But it's heartbreaking because when you read his story, you're going to realize it's a lot of kids out there that's suffering, that's going through unnecessary because of the lack of parents, the lack of mentors, the lack of uncles and brothers. I cried. I ain't gonna lie. Real men cry, and I admit it. I've cried a couple of times listening to his story. I mean, it's heartbreaking, bro, to listen to the things this man went through. I'm still alive. I'm still able to fix my situation with my son and my kids. My man's right here, he missed that chance. And talking to him and reading his book and reading mine, it's almost like he's answering my book through his book. Then when I sit and try to figure out why my dad wasn't there, what was really going on, You read Calvo, and it tells you how, fathers, how kids mimic their dads. When we don't think they watch them. When they go outside and see guys out there selling drugs and driving cars and they see their dad nowhere around, what they looking for? They looking for everything that's in front of them. We not in front of them, man. We gotta fix this generational gap. If I had this in high school, I promise you I wouldn't have been. I would have never went through none of this. I didn't have no mentors. I had the gangs, I had the streets to mentor me. A program like this where a kid in high school or middle school can actually tell you how they feel, let you know what's going on through their day, let they express themselves. This is what they need. They need to be able to write everything that's going on with them because they're scared to say something. These kids are scared to say something. They take it out on other people. Ain't no respect for elders out there no more. Ain't no kids cutting their grass, checking on their next door neighbors, none of that. We gotta do that. We gotta fix that. If ConTextos, and I really say that if ConTextos is connected to the community centers in the area and committed to these grammar schools and high schools, that generational gap will change tremendously. This program helped a lot of us, bro. I ain't never cried that much, bro. I ain't never said I was sorry. I ain't never admit when I was wrong. But it's easy for me to do that now with all your brothers and stuff because of people like Dave, people like him, Calvo. Grown men cry. Made all of us cry. We gotta let that stuff go, man. Let go of the past, grab this future, because without this future, bro, it's gonna be a recycling bin, bro. They say in the next couple of years, bro, this jail gonna be filled with 18 to 26-year-olds. Do you know how many people that is? How many kids that is? The generation? Do you know the 3, 4, 5-year-olds, they ain't gonna have their parents? Because we steady coming back and forth, because we mimic everything that we see. Ain't no excuses now, man. As a man, we know what we need to do. As we get out of here, bro, we need to grab our kids, grab the kids in our communities, join these community centers. ConTextos, when y'all get out of here, run it at. Help them spread this. This is a fire that needs to burn in our hearts and in the hearts out there, bro. I love this program. I want to be alone now. I'm going to that when I get out of here, bro. I'm fixing my relationship with my kids and my family. It started right here, and I wouldn't be able to do it without all y'all. So I love y'all. Thank you.
We're running kind of tight on time, so I'm sorry if more of you had something to say, but tell them on the dock. But I just want something real quick. I'm not a good public speaker, so bear with me. But I thank all of you guys for believing and trusting in me when I automatically said you're going to be in ConTextos, and not really knowing what it is, and just telling you to believe me, you're going to love it. And look at y'all now. I don't lie. That much. But I just want to thank you guys. You guys make me look good every single day. You make this job easy. You make it a blast to be here. So I appreciate all of you, and congratulations.
Oh, man. It's a lot, right? So let me say that. Let me start by saying congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So I had this whole idea of what I wanted to say. Secondly, I want to apologize to you all, to cohort 9, because you're the first cohort in a long time that I haven't spent the most of my ConTextos time being with. So I apologize to you all. I will show up as much as I can while y'all alum, but the work has to be done. And if we want to make sure that we get in other spaces, then I have to be in other spaces to make sure that we get there. But Brother Man just said these guys will be ops, right? And so when we think about we know what's happening in our city, we know what's taking place across this country, but particularly when we're thinking about Chicago, we think about all of the violence, and we think about this. We hear this term op, and so for you to even acknowledge that these guys would be ops, right? And so what is the thing that's keeping them from being ops? It's community, it's love, it's vision. They see one another, right? But first off, they had to see themselves. And the space, and we don't create safe spaces. Spaces are safe based on the individuals in it, and it's gonna be, your safety is based on how you feel. But what we can do is create a caring space, a space where we care about one another, and in turn, that becomes a safe space for those who are participating in it. And because you all took the risk to be a part of a caring community and to share space and lift one another up and to hold one another up, you all created that community here. And so by doing that, you started to not only just see yourself, but you had opportunity to see the person across from you, the person in the room with you, and understand that, man, we not that much different, right? The thing what I'm mad at him for, right? So we are not ops, right? And so what I appreciate is the camaraderie, the family, the community that's built in these circles and built in these spaces, or as the brother said, family based on love and time, right? Was it built out of love and built out of time? So I appreciate that. So I want to thank you all for taking the courage. I want to thank you all for believing in the process, trusting in the process. And I want to congratulate you all for joining the ConTextos family, being alum, being published authors, and I miss this space. I sat there and I'm thinking about how often this space lifted me up in my own personal stuff, right? And so, because even though I'm on the other side of the wall, I have all the baggage that you carry right now, right? I carry all that baggage myself. And so sometimes coming back in this space helps me to breathe. It's crazy, right? But I'm coming back into the system to get the support. But it's because of the community. It's not individuals. It's not Johnny Page. Johnny Page is good, right? Johnny Page is, we celebrate individuals, but it's the community. We do this collectively. We walk in this space collectively. This isn't an individual sport, right? This is a team thing, and we do it together. And so I appreciate you all. I appreciate the alum. Them are my guys. Y'all new alums, so y'all my guys. But I want to shout out to all of you all who've continued. Right, this public defender thing is huge. I still don't think we realize how big it is or what it has the potential to be. I don't think nobody does. Right, because when we started it, it was really off a fluke. Right, it was just the opportunity. We're in a space. Folks came in and we said, "Hey, we got something to say. How do we say it?" And in that moment, something happened. I don't know what that thing is. It's that ripple across it's the tsunami on the other side of the world, right? We just started it. So I want to thank you all for participating in that and then continuing in it. Because it's easy to, once you've went through the process, to say, you know what, I'm cool. I want to do something else. It's easy to just get distracted. So it's easy to think about, I just want to get some good time. And if that's the carrot that gets you here, I'm fine with that. Wave the carrot, because if that's what gets you here, then that's the thing that we need to get you here. That's what you needed, right? But at the end of the day, what you leave here with is a possession of humanity. Right? You see yourself and you see other people. We celebrate you and what you all are building, because in my mind, at some point, I want to have a division. We're in 6 takeover, right? Where every deck is ConTextos. Where every deck we building out of that same type of love, right? And then in the division 6 takeover, a 9 takeover. Nobody wants to go to 9, right? Because things are a little different, right? But you all know, because a lot of y'all have experienced it, a lot of y'all have been those individuals. And so you know it's possible. So what you do and who you are today shows you that anything and everything is possible. I don't want to take too much time because I know it's time, right? So love, respect, man, and continue to walk the journey. Congratulations, cohort 9, 2023 published author.